get all clean. Boy, it looks nasty. It's back on this 2014 Robbie Gordon RZR. The hub actually went bad on this, so you can see these things. Some of them just slide in and out. So I had to buy a new hub. It was like 40 bucks on Amazon. There it is right there. The new bolts and everything that we need. So we'll get that installed here in a second. So we got the old hub off. I had to take the brake off. And then the old hub just pulls out. And then once you pull it out, you'll take the rotor off of it. But the new hub came with a bearing. And if you look here, there's a guy here. And this is either going to be a... So we need to get the other one, I think. Little clip. Yeah, I think it's the other one. Need to pull it in together. Let's see if this is a pull together type clip. Hold on, I need 2 hands for this. So I had to get the bearing out of here. And they're like, oh, you got to use a press. But I don't have a press. So I got a piece of PVC pipe. Turn this, put it on the RZR like this. Put the PVC pipe in there and just banged it out. And it worked. So there we go. So I cleaned it out with a little WD-40 and some degreaser. Try to get it as clean as possible. A little wire brush. So we got to make this fit into there, which I know people say you got to use like some hot and cold method and stuff like that. I'm gonna put some anti-seize because that's what the video said to do, and then we'll see if we can get it in there. So I got it most of the way in there just honestly by stepping on it. I'm gonna get this a little bit 2.5 inch piece of PVC, see if I can't kind of knock it in the rest of the way. We'll see. So honestly, I just put this on there and put my foot, and it went the rest of the way. I'm a pretty big guy though, so that's probably why. But there should be enough room for me to get the washer in there, and then it's good to go. And it's back in there. We are almost done with this install. With 2 bolts, it's back on. We're actually bought some brakes. I'm gonna go ahead and change the back brakes while we're taking these off. And we're doing this because right now my RZR doesn't fit in my garage. Good neighbor came and brought me some RZR wheels. Those are the stocks. These are mine. So that'll lower me down pretty significantly. But yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So like these things here need to compress, which I've kind of gotten them to compress for this pad to pull off. But the pads, it's like not coming off. It's almost there. It's almost there, but not quite. It's like touching. Hold on. It's like almost, but once the new pads come, they're gonna be thicker than these, and they're really gonna be touching, you know? So I've done a few things tonight that I forgot to record. I currently have the hub on with the rotor, caliper, rotor, sorry. These here look like they need to go in more, and so I fastened them with the drill, and it pulled them in to where they're kind of tight. But I feel like they probably could have gone in a little bit more, but I may over tighten. I don't know. You guys tell me, should I tighten them until they pop all the way in, or are they fine how they are? Now, I was changing the brakes, and this caliper would not go back in. So I used some WD-40, little hammer action, and I got it to go back in. And so hopefully I didn't mess anything up. I had to take this bolt out on the back here, and then honestly I had to finagle them to go back into each other. But they eventually, or to get these brake pads off, it was like I really had to like work to get them off because it was difficult. It was not easy. But we're ready to put this back on, the hub back on, and we'll go from there. I was a little nervous there. I thought I put the hub on backwards, but I put some anti-seize here, anti-seize grease, And then the hub was sitting pretty far out. Made sure it lined up on the spindles. And then I grabbed this little guy once again, stuck it just like that. Got my nice little mallet. This hub back on. I used a little bit of anti-seize grease, but it was super hard to get on there. So what I did was I made sure the spindles lined up, put this here, and then whacked to mold it with my nice little hammer. Not too hard, just enough to start wedging it in there. Got it in there, getting the brakes lined back up. These are kind of like, they're a little funky. I put some, used some brake cleaner and then some WD-40 to try to like lubricate them a little bit, because they're pretty tight. But hopefully once you start driving, it's better. Here's the new brakes. Nice brakes, nice thick brakes. Here's the old brakes. You may be asking yourself, what brakes? That's them there. It all started. My RZR is now back into my garage, ready to finally be worked on, to be put back together. We put these wheels on. These are the wheels that I have on it. These wheels we put on it to get it into the garage. But it's back in the garage. I changed the brakes over here. I'm about to change the brakes all the way around. That was the only bad hub. But I'm excited that it's in here, actually, because it's been a long time coming, man. I can finally work on this, whether it's raining or hot or whatnot. I can be working. So I'm pretty excited about that. But here we are. I'm changing the brakes in the back. Got it jacked up. It's just a 13 millimeter. Pop the 2 out. And this pulls right off like that, right? And then what we do is we're going to compress this. We'll clean this up a little bit. As you can see, these brake pads. Now keep in mind, I've never changed the brakes, but I also have never driven this. So I bought it like this. This is how it came, and they're pretty bad. So here we go. So as you guys know, these brakes were too small. It said it was for a RZR 800, but the RZR 800-4 has different brakes than the regular RZR 800. So we went with some JAVIK Powersports off of Amazon. These are the original brakes. As you can see, there's nothing there. These are the new ones. So I'll be putting these on here in just a second. Wow. It's not the lugs, it's this here. You see where it gets stuck right there, and then it starts ripping all the paint off. This mean the axle's bad? Then it can move like that. So far we got a windshield, steering wheel. We're about to add in some gauges, some switches here. We're gonna redo all the wiring. I repainted all the doors, as you can see, repainted all the plastics. All the doors look good, dude. All the plastics look really good. Repainted the front. Got it looking pretty mint. These are the new wheels that I got for it, or new tires. You guys saw from my previous video, my wheel was moving a lot. I'm guessing it's the bearing. I'm gonna take this off real quick and then see what it is, I guess. So I got the Harbor Freight 12-ton bottle jack hydraulic press, and I set it up today. I did it by myself. Took me like maybe 15 minutes. A few things I'll say. It was super easy to set up. It says bolt to the ground. This one that I got at my Harbor Freight did not come with any holes, pre-drilled holes. So if I wanted to do it, I'd have to drill my own holes. 2, this is one of the ones that does not have the bottle jack connect, so it just kind of goes everywhere. And 3, this is the handle that they give you, which has no rubber end. It's literally the cheapest handle they could find, and they put it together. But other than that, I mean, it does the job, you know. I got this bearing out. Oh, the other thing I was going to say, if you guys buy this, It does not come with any accessories. So, honestly, I don't even know. This is my first time buying a press to take this bearing out of here. I just kind of went on the sides and pressed out, but I'm guessing you need something that goes around this that makes it wider. I'm not 100% sure what that is. But, other than that, I mean, it's sturdy. It's not going anywhere. It's pretty heavy. And it did the job. So, there we go. Came in one box. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. We got a few projects going on right now. When I took this wheel off, or when I changed the brakes, I noticed the wheel was all over the place. Come to find out there was bearing grease everywhere. The bearing had gone bad. So I tried to get the bearing out the way I got the rear wheel bearing out with a nice little sledgehammer and some PVC. That did not work. I tried heat, tried freezing, none of that. So in walks the Harbor Freight drill hydraulic press. That got it out for me. However, it didn't come with like any attachments. So I had to go like side by side by side until I slowly worked it out, which was kind of a pain, but it was still easier than hammering. Now we're on to the wiring. I'm going to be installing this like fuse box here. My battery's going to go here. Okay. And when the battery's there, I have it laying down. I got a big freaking battery. I'm running 2 of them. When my battery is laying down, my seats did not fit. So if you see over here, I'm going to cut that bolt, but I wanted to make sure. I did a bolt and 4 washers to bring up this bar, just a smidge, so that the seat would clear the battery. So now the seat clears the battery. I'm going to start running these wires here, checking all the electrical, getting the light bars hooked up, getting these hooked up, getting the stereo system hooked up, which I do have plans for that. It's just not the start plans. I do want to repaint all of this with some spray cans. I got to redo this because my boys in RZR 800 Nation said you can't run the intake and the whatever the other one is together. So I got to figure out another method. I wanted to run like a 2 snorkel kind of thing. So like 1 on this side, 1 on that side. It would just look sick. But they're saying I need 3, which means now I need to figure out if I run like 2 on this side and 1 on this side, or 3 in the middle, which I didn't really like the look of that. Tell me, what do you guys think? How should I run my snorkels? The bed goes here, right? And there's the previous owner had 3 snorkels running out, so there's already 3 holes in the middle. So I could technically run a 3 in the middle, but you guys tell me. I really like this look though, I'm gonna be honest. But let me know what you think, but I'll keep you updated. So I have this set up, using this to apply even pressure because I don't have any press tools and those sockets are too small to use. So we'll see if this works the way I hope that it does. It pushes our thing. Doesn't seem to be working. All right, it's in, and I'm going to tell you this probably took me about a little over an hour on this thing because I have no pieces to help press it. I tried a few methods. Eventually, on this knuckle, I got the 2 pieces like this. Put it on this arbor plate, and to get it most of the way in, I'll show you what I did. I can pick it up. I got this arbor plate, stuck it like that, and came down slowly. Wasn't sure how strong this thing was, so I was a little nervous it was going to explode on me, so that's probably why it took me so long. But I got it down most of the way, and then I used the old bearing, put it in there, put the arbor plate back on, and then got it the rest of the way. So now I have the fun part of trying to put the shackle on it. and then we can mount it up. So I honestly don't remember where I left off, but got the new hub back on, installed the disc brake, got the washer back on, got this through. It was really difficult, but if what you do is you hold on, or you put this here, and then you hammer this, and this will knock it through. That helped out a lot, and then I bent it up. The new hub, same thing as the last. They don't go all the way through, but once I crank them down, I'm pretty sure they will. Got to get the brakes back on. Trying to think, what else do we need to do? I think that's it. Just put the brakes back on, and then this thing is good to go. The hub was easy to get on. That bearing, dude, that bearing took forever. And then the snap ring, oh my gosh, the snap ring took me forever to get back on. The snap ring's on now. I probably need to buy some better snap ring pliers, to be honest. I'm out of breath, but I'm gonna finish this up. I think I started at like 11, and it's probably like 1:30 in the morning just to do this, mainly because the bearing wouldn't go in straight and the snap ring wouldn't go on. Other than that, everything else was a breeze. So if you can get your bearing on quick and your snap ring on quick, this is probably a 30-minute job. But all right. So these are the lug nuts that came with it. We got black, we got silver, we got rust. So I went ahead and bought some new ones with a new, comes with the socket and all the things. I can't even think right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these on as I put this tire back on, and that way we can get a feel for how it's gonna look. Well, those lugs didn't work. They were too bulky. But here's the ultimate test. We got the wheels back on. As you guys remember from the last video, when I tried to shake the wheel, the whole damn thing shook. So let's see. No, rock solid. Perfect. Let her down. She's good to go.